Technically, Junkin is also RPG.
Wait, how? How do you make that leap?
Because that's a new game plus. And all you... And technically, you're not improving your character, you're improving yourself.
Wait. Hold on. Now we're getting into the masocore genre, which technically can be an Asian RPG, because that leads us to Dark Souls.
Yes. It is. Does that count as a dual? Macam like a Blue Release. It has dual layers. The RPG mechanics inside and the RPG mechanics you're learning outside as you play. Your skill advances every turn.
But the real question is, what is your role in your role-playing game?
Oh, that's actually isn't that what Undertale? Undertale punya story basically. They also ask him, what is your role in this world? Would you like to save them all or kill them all?
And that by default Undertale is the best RPG. By positing that existential question. We start on a philosophical note.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome to dia.log, the Game Matters podcast.
Welcome.
Episode 119, yes.
119.
Yep. And October is upon us, which means, I guess, video games.
Video games.
For better and for worse.
Oh my god, like, for me alone, out of how many games is released next month? I have no idea. Tapi for me, that's like 3 out of 3 to 4 to 5. I think it's around 5. I mean, who else? Who else wants to play? What's this game called? I forgot what's the name. It's about a man shoots gun.
Yeah,
I'll think about it later lah.
Yeah, we will shop the working title after this. But first, introducing the panel, we have Danial over there.
Hello.
On the other side is Anan. And I am Amirul Mekronos Ashraf. And no, nothing has ring a bell yet. Nothing has been calling on me what kind of name we should put on that man shoot game. But never mind. We have a duty to do, which is talk about video games for at least for 2 hours or less.
2 hours or less, or the podcast will be free?
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, Domino's haven't done that since ever. Kan? If you're late, you're late. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I haven't ordered Domino's in a while, but I remember if they took like more than half an hour, they give you a coupon.
I don't think so.
For like free pizza.
I think nowadays it's all digital, so I guess they'll give it to you, yes, but you forget about it because it's
yes. I mean, either of those, like you usually forget because the voucher is so small, you can basically lose it in a few days.
Accidentally throw it into the trash as well.
Yes. You eat your pizza and then, okay, let's throw out this trash. Okay, what's this paper? I don't care. Turns out just the free pizza voucher. Oh god.
As if everybody gonna use all those free vouchers, and that's exactly the point. It is pointless.
It's pointless. It's just optics.
Yeah, you're gonna go jump into various different loops and hoops, man. Hey, if you want to get this 10% off, first you have to purchase this, and then you have to purchase this on this purchase. You have to do it before this time.
Usually 2 weeks. Usually it's 2 weeks.
Hold on, I think we're not talking about the news, right?
No, we're not talking about the news.
Yeah,
I'm saying we should be sponsored by Domino's then.
I don't know. After the thing we did with Genshin Impact, I don't know. That Genshin Impact story.
Yes. I saw we didn't go because there is an event at the Genshin Impact Cafe. We didn't go because time constraints, but I see the line. Holy shit, the line. Get yourself at least this year they give you a full meal. So from appetizer, full course, and dessert. So good on them. Good on you, Mihoyo. Everybody at least dapat a balanced diet. This time, not just one burger.
The power of loyalty. We'll talk about that later. But first, video games. What kind of video games are we going to talk? Because on the docket, it's just like locations rather than video game titles. That is me to be blamed. I did that. So where do we want to go?
Okay, do you want to spin the wheel again or?
Now, do you want to go to Ireland? Or with Pittsburg? You want to go to Ireland? Oh, where's Pittsburg?
It's just either. It's just island and island. There no differentiate from those either of the two. Just island and island.
If you ask.
Did you went to NFT Island?
I can confirm you right now that is not. This is blockchain free podcast. We are certified.
Yes.
I can assure you there is we are not incorporating blockchain technology. Okay, we will link to the news. Okay, how about we go to one of the islands?
Right.
But which island though?
Let me eeny, meeny, miny. Island number 2. Okay.
Island number 2. Either way, the problem is I never specified which island is which island, but here you go. I played 2 games that apparently are set on islands. So the past 2 weeks. So what a coincidence, huh? Always like that. Well, this time around, we both of them are sort of wholesome. At least on the front facing, it kind of feels like a wholesome game for the family. But then you think of the ramifications of whatever you are doing on the islands, and then we went to places. Oops. Okay, how about this? Earlier this week, I played a game called Slime Rancher 2.
Okay. Oh my god. The one who said the Basam Lagu name.
Apa? Lendir Rancher.
Berseronok dengan lendir.
Exactly.
Gelut dengan lendir.
Gelut dengan lendir.
They were translated wrangle with slime.
Yeah. Okay, digress a bit. Xbox, Microsoft has a problem with direct translation.
Yeah, Microsoft sucks.
Listen, you got billions. You can pay translators, man. Oh, whatever. Okay, continue.
One more tangent. Their offices in KLCC, so you can literally just go downstairs. Siapa nak jadi translator? I'm pretty sure you can get at least one.
Yeah. A part-time, I don't know, intern.
You're literally at the Petronas building. You can get anyone in Petronas even.
The perils of relying too much on AI.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it doesn't because using Google Translate will not let you know the context of the word lende, which sure it accurately translates back into slime. But the word lende has like a very strong connotation here. A very not wholesome connotation, let's put it there. But speaking of not wholesome connotation, Slime Rancher 2, this is a game about slimes. Okay, I'll explain to you and you'll figure out that, there's so many things that could have interpreted as something very very questionable, but somehow it makes it all cute and cuddly and no problem, kids can play with this. Okay, cool, wholesome. So, okay, here's the thing. Back up a bit, Slime Rancher 2 is basically Slime Rancher, but now with a new setting. you are now in a place called Rainbow Island. Hence the island thing I did. So what you do as a slime rancher, you go around this world and you'll just see the local flora and fauna. And most of the fauna are these like cute looking slimes. They come in all shapes and sizes. Mostly there are various species of this slime. So you have your pink slimes, your generic slimes, and then you have your cotton slimes, which is yellow and have bunny ears. Okay, and then you have the tabby slimes, which is a grayish slime with cat ears. And then it goes wilder. There are angler slimes, which basically do, you know, the angler fish with the thing that sprout out that lights up at the front, right? That you actually find in the deep blue sea. But now here they are like jumping around nonchalantly. But if they see a chicken or something, like they like to eat chickens apparently, they will stun everyone around there with their lights, even themselves, and then try to gobble up the chickens. Okay, so what do you do with these slimes? You can, slimes, when you leave them alone, they will just run around, be happy, playing with playing with themselves. Oh no, that sounds really wrong.
Oh no.
I play around and then like they like to jump on top of each other, like stacking, you know, the whole thing about the very chibi thing, stacking on top of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing, they do play like that. And if they found the food that they eat, because the different slimes have different diets. Some of them are vegetarian, some of them only eat fruits, some of them chicken only. No vegans here. We eat raw chickens. So that's the thing. And then what they do when they eat? They poop. Oh no, they don't call it poop. They call it they will drop splots. These are very shiny looking diamonds that you can collect down after they have eaten their meal. And apparently in the law, all of these different splots have like various applications in the universe, such as some of them can stop UV light or something like that, or some of them can be used to do for manufacturing things. So you can do a lot of things with poop, apparently. And also there's another thing. Slimes eat other slimes' poop. Splot. And when they eat... they eat the poop.
Questionable.
And you know what happened when they eat those poops? They'll crossbreed, essentially. They'll turn into hybrids. If a bunny slime, a cotton slime eats a tabby slime's splot, they will become a tabby cotton tabby slime largo. So they become huge, one thing. So they vegan themselves. And then they took up two traits of the slimes. So their former slime self and the slime that they eat the poop from. So when you combine the one with the bunny ears and the cat ears, I think the bunny ears win, but the slime also has like the whiskers and the grey color. So you see that, okay, that's two kinds of slimes together. Alright, cool. You will have a lot of uses of crossbreeding these slimes when you get them into the ranch. Okay, but what happens when they eat another type of poop, another type of splot? Disaster. Oh, you can only crossbreed the slimes two types. If a third time happens, there is a catastrophe happened. So what essentially is what happened is that they turn into the tar, which is this big blob, black blob that looks menacing and will gobble everything up. And the slimes will be like, oh no, run away, die. And then the tar eats a slime. They'll basically convert another slime into a tar. So everybody becomes a tar eventually if you just leave them alone. So when you go around the world and you see, oh cool, a pink slime. Oh cool, a cotton slime. They are playing together. Oops, they turn lagu. They eat each other's poo. Oh no. A third slime appears. Yo, you cannot be here. Take them, throw them out into the sea or whatever. Never let them be near you, because if you left alone, things will happen. Everybody will die. And the song will stop being cheery, and then there's aggressive piano playing. Oh. So yeah, then apparently there's an ecosystem here. There's a you know how nature finds a way to balance out the ecosystem. Like if you leave those slimes alone, unchecked, they will keep on growing and growing, and your frame rate will tank. So at least there is an in-game explanation to control the population. Let's say that.
The initiative. Would you like to blow up your RTX card? Yes.
I mean, instead of like let's say a population decimating virus, is like, oh, you I mean, think about it. Eating poop is a bad idea anyways. But still, so the whole goal is that you want to upgrade stuff. You need money and you need resources. The resources are the splots. So to do that, you can just like roam around and grab the leftover splot before anybody eats it. You can, but that's not efficient. The best way to do that is to use your vac pack, the vacuum, vac for vacuum, and vac up the slime. Oh, they don't say suck. I wonder why they don't say suck. Anyway, you suck all the slimes, and then you bring back to your ranch, and then you get to build your own like corral. So you have a place for the slimes to like sit down and just be happy in a close containment. But initially the corral is only just like 4 walls, and that's it. And the thing about the slimes, they like to jump around. And yes, they will jump out of the corral. They can. So you have to like wrangle them up from time to time. Like, oh, you naughty boys, get in Meck. So that's the wrangling part of the slime rancher. But you do get to upgrade it later. Like with more money. You will get to like, put in actually a ceiling for the corral. And also taller walls. And whatever. So there's a lot of things to do to make your farm. Oh, I should mention there is an actual farming thing. You don't just like ranch the slimes. You can actually like grow carrots and trees and get a chicken coop running around. So there is actual farming.
If the chicken coop, that means they have to take the chicken slime again.
Come again?
So if there's a chicken coop, that means is it a chicken slime or is it chicken?
No, that's just normal chicken. That's the thing. So this is not a world where animals don't exist. It's just like, chickens exist, but also there are slimes. So okay, and slimes also eat chickens. But you know what? When you say that, it also sparks a question, because there are slimes that have bunny ears and cat ears, but there are no chicken-like slimes yet.
Not enough.
This game is early access. Let's push them to have a chicken slime and see if they eat chickens or what. That will be messed up. That will be messed up if the chicken slime eat chickens. Oh, but no, they don't eat themselves. Slimes don't eat other slimes unless they are tar. Tar eat other slimes. But yeah, the fun thing is that when you figure out how to like get your farm going and get a steady amount of splots to be producing from the farms, and then you get to sell them into the plot market, which changes the price every day. So there's a market thing going on. So today the pink slime might be sell for a higher price. Tomorrow we're not so sure. So you better sell it now. So there's an economy thing going. And actually the game is basically just you go around the world and explore and find cool things. Rather than, you have to micromanage the farm every day. I need to feed the slime today with the chickens, or they will riot. You don't do a lot of like the fussy things about managing a farm. It's mostly like you can even automate it to some sense, and then you can just be off on your way adventuring and see whatever world has to offer. Like, there's a lot of secrets to find. There's a lot of first-person platforming to be done. You get to unlock a jetpack. So,
Ooh.
yeah, there's a lot of exploration kind of fun there. And it's fun to suddenly stumble upon new kind of slimes that eat honey. No, slimes that are based on honey. Slimes that have butterfly wings, which no, they can die. And yeah, the a lot of the appeal here is the exploration stuff. But the more I explain the exploration thing, the less interesting it will get. So that's for you to find out, and it's on Game Pass. You can try it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Slime Rancher 2. It's a fun time. I'm still like impressed that they have managed to sidestep every innuendo that can happen with such a game. Yeah, and they have managed to do that gracefully.
Wholesome aggression only.
So yeah, that's Slime Rancher 2. So
Ooh, yeah.
do you want to go to another island, or we're gonna visit
Pittsburg? Okay. I guess you can go there.
Okay.
Wow. Alright, so I think we're literally 1 month away from the 5th, the 6th anniversary of Fallout 76. Has it been 5 years? Has it been 6 years? I guess
5 years? It's been that long?
18, 19, yeah, 5 years, yep. It released on October 23rd, 2018, because I remember going to pick up my copy. Yes.
Amazing.
So, alright, so for their 5th anniversary, I guess, yeah, technically it is the 5th anniversary. So for the 5th anniversary, they announced that they are expanding their map to a very iconic map, because it was based on the Fallout 3 map of Pittsburg, or as they call in law, the Pitt. So it's basically, this is a new, they're calling it expeditions, where you solo or with your friends, you can take, I guess, the only working variable in the whole of West Virginia, and go to another location just to do some side quests and then come back.
Sounds fun.
And I think I remember saying this during the E3, when we did our E3, what's it called, watch along with our friends. Because I was invited to the what's it called, PTO, the public test session, whatever, PTS. Is that what do they call it nowadays? Private public test sessions.
Test servers.
Test servers, public test servers, So I tried that solo, and it was terrible, because it's basically just 5 different objectives. Good luck. And apparently, again, the only formula you need to make this fun is to actually have a friend to suffer along with you.
Isn't that the cure to all games? Have a friend.
Oh, it's better with friends. I mean, of course.
Because you enjoy less about the game, you enjoy the accompaniment of friends.
Yes. So yeah, so me and my friend of mine, we met. We met nightly, I guess, every after work and all. So we do the quest line. So basically, we started over from scratch, from zero, basically, because I guess we want to suffer together. So we started from zero. Build up to level 20, where the level gap where you can do all these new side quest content and all. And it's actually quite a fun experience, because I think because every Fallout has this random encounter mechanic from the first game until now, where the game director, basically the game engine, will suddenly spawn in, like, I don't know, I don't know, 5 death claws for no reason.
What the hell?
Why?
Yeah, they can do that. They can do that. If you're having like, if you're in a location that's deemed, I guess, according to the code, like too safe, they will spawn you either 5 death claws or a battalion. It depends. And we had me and my buddy, we had that. A full, I think like 12 battalion, 12 super mutant battalion suddenly attack us for no apparent reason, and for a game that you have to survive because you have limited resources, that is a bad idea.
Questionable director over there.
The game director, in-game director is drunk, probably. Or high on cams, depends.
High on jet. I don't know.
High on jet, yeah, probably, pretty much. So, speaking about the pit, it's basically, there's only two objectives, basically, from the two perspectives, basically. So, two perspectives. So, the Union guys, basically the good guys, and the Raiders. Because I can't believe we still have arbitrary naming conventions in the year 2022. You know, Paragon and Renegade. You get the gist. So these two quests, they play out differently. For like, let's say for the Union, the good guys, or you have to escort them to fix up. Oh no, our machines are broken. Can you escort so and so while you take down all the raiders? And it's basically a very elaborate fetch quest. Or is it a fetch quest? No, it's not fetch quest. It's, what's the thing that we do in Resident Evil 4? Protection quest?
Escort mission.
Escort mission, yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Leon! Help! Leon!
Yeah, so basically the Union.
I want to shoot that kid.
Yeah, the good guys mission is basically escort so and so that it doesn't get brutally murdered by the raiders. While on the other side, the raiders, oh yeah, can you like destroy 5 of our stuff because they're getting too cozy.
Gee, I wonder which one is more fun.
That's right. Tapi it's actually fun. It's actually, I guess it's one of those games that Fallout has turned into a game where you turn off your brain. Just don't worry about it. You have gun, you have power armor. Just shoot these people or protect this guy A, or shoot guy B, and then turn off your brain. Just talk whatever you want while you're playing the game. But I get the visual's nice. I can see that the visual's nice though, because they basically had made a very good interpretation of the original, the Pittsburgh. But before, because this is this is interesting. I have a tangent, nice tangent to ask you guys out. The in-game clock of Fallout is accurate to our time, so it has been 2085 or 84 in game time.
Wait, you mean the world of 76 has progressed in real time?
It's not 2084, it's not 77 anymore.
Okay.
I just realized that when we started, when me and our friends replaying it, I took a look at the time. Like, wait, it is September 29, but it is 2084. So my question to you guys, is there a chance that the 76 will live long enough to reach, I guess, 2112 at least, when the first Fallout comes out? Or will the game die before that?
I will be surprised if this game continues to chug along toward the, like, wow, how somehow this game still lives on. You would have expected this from the bad launch and the technical mishaps and whatever, and the tactic reception after all of that. This game could have been X anytime.
Yeah, you could have been killed like in the they can say oh due to pandemic like oh we have to shut down productions.
You
But
know what?
no.
You know what?
Yes, but no.
That YouTuber, apa, Nerd Slayer has been waiting. When are you going to die?
No.
I have all the clues here. I want to write that for the game.
I've already read about all the stuff.
Like, come on, please die. I want to do a video of you.
Come on, you are the cash cow. You're just waiting on your death.
Man, somehow this game still lives on. It's not yet to be on death of a game. What was the most recent one featured? I forgot.
Anthem? Anthem, is it? Alan.
No. The one by Proteleri. It's the Mage thing. Mage Battle Royale. Spellbreak. Yes.
Yes.
That's the game. That's actually a good looking game, but yeah, no
one playing it.
No one playing it, and the way
it's
they
a battle royale,
yeah, it's a battle royale also, and the way they like support their player base is like and my god, apparently the game.
Yes, the only way to support the game by the word
Like they added story content, but the player base is all like high skill level pro quick players. Who they don't care about story content. They care just about new weapons, but they don't get new weapons until the death of the game.
Funny when you mentioned that high level players, you know. Since me and my buddy were lower level, we were like at least level 20. Usually for these missions where you have to, so and so kill a super mutant, whatever, there will be at least one guy 100 level who will actually help us. So that is the opposite. So Fallout 76 has the opposite effect of that.
Yeah, because they are hard play. Because this is a PvE game. This is a co-op game most of the time. So high ceiling skill players who have invested time can carry you will always be a good experience, especially if you're just nearby. Ooh, I just start this MMO. Can you help me? Zoom. Finish it.
No problem. Here you go. I'll give you my level 5 minigun. Have fun.
That kind of experience, I think, will make people stick around. They got your freebie, like, ooh, power. Oh, this is what power feels like. Now I want to grind.
The power trip.
I need more power.
But isn't that also like for some multiplayer games like Grand Blue as well? Like Grand Blue always have these summer guilds, the GWs, Gold Week punya events where two teams, Team Red and Team Blue, fight each other so that they can get special +4 cards. And every time, if you start a raid and you press the button to send for help, you can send it on Twitter or at the game in-games messaging board. Immediately, some high-level Japanese player datang, one shot, okay, thank you.
Yeah. And it's also why I stuck around on Warframe that long, despite not knowing what to do. Actually, I just got hard carried. Enter the matchmaking. Let's go this place. And then that person just does everything and just follow their lead. Until I manage to know what to do. And then I become that person. As someone who doesn't know what to do, we just follow the lead. The cycle continues. Another good example is that Destiny thing. Where, the intro at the Cosmodrome thing, and where the first time you enter a public event, right? And then, look at all these strong higher level player are helping out. Oh, cool. And you just like try to do your best. And then later on, you will become that high level player, and some random new player just like, oh, look at those guys. And then you're like, oh, I was that guy before. The cycle.
No, what's the opposite of cycle of revenge? Cycle of helpfulness.
Yeah. Positive feedback loop.
Forza there. Yeah, I wish Forza Horizon had that. That would be better, actually.
Yeah, Forza's open world feels like already dead. Not everybody's. If you only see people running around either because of they are still new, or they are just doing those PR stunts, and then you see them gone. They won't be like roaming roaming around.
Oh my god! You just remind me of the trials, the many trials we had to do during the first year. Oh my god, that's terrible.
I've been doing all those trials ever since. None of them were that terrible. I think this time they've like meant the unbeatable AI are actually very beatable.
Finally, the unbeatable, beatable AI.
It's just a matter of just don't suck. If you suck, leave early.
Get
So
out.
you don't like
into the breach and get out.
basically you're doing yourself a sacrifice. You're helping the team score higher by doing so. Yeah. So what's about the pit again?
Yeah, no, it's just. I guess like they want to showcase. So this is baru like 5 years on from 77, basically when the bombs drop. So essentially, it's before. Because spoiler, who haven't played Fallout 3, yeah, the pit gets taken over by raiders, and it becomes a slave punya pit.
Then
And by the looks of the mission structure, which one is more fun to play? Yeah, you can see why the slavers won, the raiders won.
because they have one more fun missions.
Exactly.
You don't want to. The best way to get a slave trade going, make fun missions. Oh no. That's how you get people into those scams and
Oh yeah, the metaverse thingy, like you too can earn $10 an hour just by playing this very Pokemon clicker game.
and you never leave.
You never leave. Unless the economy tanks, and then you can leave.
You'll be redundant.
Oh, cakap pakai economy. Speaking about economy, kan, there's now 5 different economy in Fallout 76. You have caps. You have the top fun bucks, the atom points. Yeah. Then we have the gold, which you get from completing a heist. Which retrievable heist quest. And then you have legendary coin. This is where if you like grab a perk, you can get like 2 legendary coin, which you can contribute to making. Like I think if you have 20 coins, you can take a legendary perk. And for this new one, it's called stamps. So that's 5 different economies in Fallout right now. So if you're starting out, like, good luck lah. But it's still the 2 most useful currency is still the in-game one, caps, and Uncle Todd's fun bucks, basically.
The bane of all live games is that eventually you're gonna have more currency types.
Every year it gets an anniversary. Every year it gets a new currency. Haha.
How do you stop the inflation of the current economy? You start a new economy.
I mean, it feels. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's winding down because, again, like I said, the game cycles in real time. There's a website app where you can see the current weather for each server. Yeah, it is trying to be technically this is the GTA Online equivalent for RPG games. Better if everybody's kind of likes to count the player count again. Right now, Battlefield, I think last time I checked, I think like it was only 1,000. Yeah, Battlefield current player count is only like 10,000. But if you go to Fallout 76, right now, holy shit, banyak, 40,000.
Shut up. Oh god damn. If it, yeah, man. Somehow this game is alive. Hey.
Yeah, 40,000 live players right now as of 9:58 p.m. 29 September.
And that is not without the
Game Pass, yeah, without the Game Pass count, that's just Steam.
yeah, and then also without the power of anime also, which as we all know has like infinite amounts of power.
Oh yeah, they are making a live action version of Fallout.
Of
which
course.
is by the guys from the currently really hit show The Boys. So there is actually power, pulling power there. Oh boy, oh god, gee, I cannot wait to play my favorite Wasteland game, Fallout 76.
Fallout TV series. From the adapted Amazon. From the hit. No, when you go to when you see the credits, opening credits, they credited from the adapted from the famous adapted from the popular hit, adapted from the hit title Fallout 76. Must mention that number, not other games. Fallout 76. This is adaptation based on that.
That is still funny if they label like that, based on the hit video game Fallout 76.
I mean, it won't work on the gamers who know something so too about the game. It might work on others.
But the people, yeah. Cyberpunk has sold 1 million copies, over 20 million copies. It works.
Somehow it works. So people can turn it around. They can turn it around. So by all means. I mean, I'm flabbergasted, but it doesn't mean like you can't do it. Do it. So, sure.
I feel like the only because we're gonna have like 2 adaptations. So far there's been how many adaptations? Cyberpunk, Halo, which was questionable at most. Yeah, have any of you two watched the Halo in the show?
No. John Halo.
Yeah, John Halo.
Cannot lah. Unless they make something about John Yakuza, I might be interested. But John Halo,
Yakuza. Nah, no. Isn't the whole game is also just about John Yakuza from 1 to 6, 1 to 6.5.
Yeah, make an OVA of it by basically just render the cutscenes and the cutscenes alone.
No, render the cutscenes kan. Tapi for some of it can suddenly cut to visual novel and then cut. Yes, kan make it live action kan, tapi at some way make it visual novel style.
Yeah, just use the seal shot and you put in the subtitles and
For authenticity, kena ada the visual novel cuts. Tak apa, it's okay if it's live action. Just make it like a picture punya show.
I mean, you have to put in the filler episodes for the for the sub stories. Sure. What as long as John Yakuza is sure. At least that's the only show I might watch based on the video game.
Monkey Store, yes, boleh. Tapi it's Netflix only. So it's only 12 episode, 1 season, and then you have to wait 6 months for the second season.
And that only covers chapter 2.
Yeah.
Of 12.
Of 12.
And you have like 7 or 8 more games to cover. Netflix be printing money until it stops printing money and then it gets X halfway or whatever.
No. Like at least Netflix can, after they run out of money, they at least will leave it there and not get vaulted. God, that's that.
That's another thing as well. Do whatever it takes to get people playing, it's fine.
Oh wait, isn't that a Shenmue just made by Netflix coming soon? I just realized, yeah, they're making Netflix anime on coming next year. So that's 3 gameplay adaptations next year. Busy. 2023 is very busy from both ends.
Let's not mention the HBO title, but I remember something else.
4, yeah, make it 4, yeah. Make it 4 as well.
Oh yeah. Do you like Gran Turismo?
5.
As a movie? Whatever lah. I want to be John Gran Turismo.
John Gran Turismo.
Oh, okay. Technically, you already have Gran Turismo show, the Grand Tour.
That's the thing. That's the whole truth. The Gran Turismo is the Grand Tour.
It's Italian.
Kan, you have your cafe. Kan, in the old Grand Tour kan, you have your cafe segments. Basically, the challenges. See?
That's Gran Turismo.
Yeah, you already have a Gran Turismo show. 20 seasons, good.
I mean, if you look up Gran Turismo on Twitter, their handle is the Gran Turismo. And guess what? If you try to search for that handle, the first thing you'll find, the Grand Tour.
Shaking my head.
The weirdest shaking my head moment is that they've actually got the handle Gran Turismo without the "the." It's for the movie.
Sony making weird choices again.
Like, you've paid insane amount of money just to get that tag that you didn't get before for a movie that might or might not be successful.
Suck, yeah. That might suck.
And the Gran Turismo social medias are all in with the Gran Turismo. It's also that handle on TikTok apparently. Look, what? So weird. I don't.
So weird. At least kan Need for Speed shared the Need for Speed since the 90s. Imagine having to buy at the Need for Speed.
At least the Need for Speed movie is just called Need for Speed. So there was an okay movie.
Yeah, it's actually it covers the recent game fine. Yeah, next year is a mess. So many games, so many adaptations.
I'm glad we're not covering adaptations.
How do you tension so hard from Fallout to TV shows as well?
I don't know.
I mean, we went into the pit and didn't come back. The vertebrate was just like, "Oi, come here, the expedition's over."
Yeah. No, vertebrate gets bugged macam in Fallout 4. Like, oh no, he's just going everywhere now.
So we're just buying time until it resolves itself.
Or it blows up. Depends. So yeah. Again, it's also now on Game Pass, so if you want to play Fallout 76, bring a buddy. I implore you, you have to play with a buddy now.
And that's why I will never touch. Unless someone managed to wrangle me into doing this silly stuff.
This Game Pass is free.
Yeah, it's free, but not getting friends is not free.
Yeah, you have to make a social link. You have to get past at least social link 5 before they give you the phone number. Susah.
And you think about the probability of making a friend just to wrangle them into playing Fallout 76. Think about that. Oh, I've made a friend. Social link up. The next thing you propose is like, yo, Fallout 76, social link down.
It's out.
Or was it what's the thing in Persona 5 when the social link is kind of broken?
Is it reverse? Yeah, it's reverse.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Oh no.
Yeah. Fallout. So, alright, time to crawl out to the Fallout. Hey.
Crawl out through the Fallout, baby. When they drop that, oh my god. Kena dengar lagi, please.
Yeah. Yeah, another tangent. There's this one meme of people like, oh, me listening to my 400-hour terrible playlist without any rhyme or reason. There's one for Fallout is amazing, like crawl out to the Fallout and then Johnny guitar, and then Animal Baby, yeah, and then End of the World. Just terrible, just all over the place. Just like the series, ironically. Okay. So should we crawl out into another island then?
Yes, we'll return back to the island. As one would say. Return.
Yeah, technically we're just island hopping.
Yeah, aside from in the pit in the middle of nowhere, we're back into another island. Return to Monkey Island. No, not the website. Return to Monkey Island.
Return to Monkey.
Monkey Island. Yeah, that's... How long was it from the original The Secret of Monkey Island? I forgot. It has to be like... Is it 30 years? How long was it? The Secret of Monkey Island is a 1990 point-and-click graphic adventure. God damn it, is that old?
Wow, yeah.
It's more than 30.
32 years old, Yeah, 32 years old.
No wonder. Man, this game is old. And I think, hold on, when's Monkey Island 2? Monkey Island 2. Chuck is on 1991. So yeah.
Boo, you had the 2 that you should put it in 1992.
It's that time when LucasArts were like pumping up sequels.
Just churning, yeah.
So the next year, new game. Okay, cool. So yeah, Return to Monkey Island, as the name implies, is a new game from the Monkey Island series, which apparently has been, like, as we mentioned before, already like 30 years old and more. And it has gone through places like Monkey Island 1 and Monkey Island 2 was a LucasArts game developed by three main personnel. Three very named personnel. There's Ron Gilbert, there's Dave Grossman, and some person called Kim of Legend. What's the actual name? Tim Schafer. Okay, so apparently Tim Schafer has been busy with his other things, and he's run company or whatever, and made some game called Psychonauts. So he's a bit
psycho. A bit psycho himself, actually.
So he's a bit preoccupied with other things. So when words out that somehow, how was it? So there was some people from Devolver, I think, was it? Or some people from LucasArts, because it's a weird kind of like relationship, because Devolver is publishing, but the rights are owned by the now revived LucasArts, which is owned by Disney. Yeah, and the team that Ron Gilbert has is just like an independent developer. They're just like, okay, work for us, alright.
So technically, this is just contracting to another. This is just Malaysia in a nutshell, just contracting over contracting.
And there were middlemen involved. Let's just say that to get us to return to Monkey Island. So it's a weird because, and the weirder thing is that this game is set immediately continues the story from Monkey Island 2, because after that Monkey Island games after that. Like The Curse of Monkey Island, Escape from Monkey Island, and apparently there's Tales of Monkey Island by Telltale.
Yeah, there was one. I remember there's one. I played on the Wii, I think.
So it has been a journey lah, and most of them are like different teams. But this is the core team that made the two more famous or more well-beloved of the series. So what they do is like continue it from Monkey Island 2. And before that, let's just say, for those who are not alive 30 years ago, this is a point-and-click adventure game. Just to make sure people know. A point-and-click adventure game are known for their silly puzzles. Some of them are not so silly, but Monkey Island kind of like... What made that game special is that it solidifies the idea like, hey, adventure games can also be like... can have comedy in it. Let's just do silly gags. let's just say every proper noun in the game will have a trademark on it. Because look at us used to do that. Because it's funny at that time. a lot of gags, like random gags. Like, look, a three-headed monkey, huh? Stuff like that. It was super weird. But somehow, some of them are still relevantly funny. Some of them are like, without context, sounds kind of cringe. Understandable.
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah, the new game does not do the trademark jokes anyway. So, because you need to look it up and, it doesn't make sense. Long story, so they dropped that joke. It's not even funny, so... So, the thing about Monkey Island 2, the way it ends with a cliffhanger and it leads up to very wild interpretations. I don't know if you guys have played Monkey Island 2 and you see the weird ending.
Pretend that I don't. Tapi, what happens?
Something weird happens and the implications have seen people, by people I mean fans around theorizing what is actually the Monkey Island. Like, there were conspiracy videos saying that our hero here is a delusional person who has just made up the whole shenanigans of the pirate. Some people thinks about theorizes that Monkey Island is just like a theme park somewhere in Walt Disneyland or whatever. So it goes to places. They set up very weird places, and then the curse of Monkey Island happened, and just like, oh, nothing happened. It's just a new journey, new story. But Return to Monkey Island address that thing. I'm walking around it. I'm talking around it because you start with a spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's a very strong spoiler, and for people, this is the fan service they delivered for the fans who were waiting for what happened at the end of Monkey Island 2. And then they went through, it went like this. So, what the hell? What are we going to do with this? And then it weaves up, and then, it sets up a new story. And then we can continue the story as normal. Oh, okay. Okay, that weird tangent aside, there's the prologue is for you to discover. It's very interesting, especially if you know what happened at the end of Monkey Island 2. But the rest is, when you go back to Return to Monkey Island, of course, there's a lot of like nostalgic strings that being pulled. But you also get, it's been 30 years, right? So a lot of things change. And it's just like, our hero here, the Guybrush Threepwood, is now like have to not only go on another adventure again, because I don't know why, but apparently he wants to go to Monkey Island again for the secret of Monkey Island. I should mention the secret of Monkey Island is the biggest MacGuffin because there was no secret. It was never revealed. What was the secret of Monkey Island?
Yes, it's just there. It's basically just there.
I don't even remember what happened at the end. Oh, no. He went to places, but they never discovered the secret. So now they're going in again 30 years later. Sure. But the fun bit is that you going back and retread all these places. The first place you go is Melee Island, which is the starting place from the original game, and you just see all the things that changes, all the weird. Some of them feel familiar but different. Like one of my favorite gags, for most people will know, it's the have you heard Tell Me About Loom?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay, the gag is when in the original game you go into this pirate bar and people and the pirates are doing pirated things, partying at the bar, right? And then this one guy here who just say if you talk to him, he just say
Okay.
But there's a very big bright badge on this person, and you can see he said, "Tell me about Loom." So one of the conversations options you can say, like, Guybrush can ask him many questions, but he just but when you ask him, "Tell me about Loom," and then he has a sales pitch. It's literally an advertisement for another LucasArts game from last year, from the year before. Loom is an adventure game. So we explain, featuring 3D graphics from the minds of this guy, featuring a lot of magical. So it's basically a sales pitch, and it was funny because it is so out of place. I thought this is a pirate game. Why are you selling me things? And and that joke is somehow appeared again. And the reaction is exactly what you expect. He hates it. Say the line. Say the line.
Say the line, Bart.
And he reluctantly repeat the sales speech from all those 30 years ago. Low miss. He hates it. And that guy just say, yes! That's the one of the gags that you can feel it. If you don't get the context of the whole game, it's sort of like, okay, this might be funny. But if you know you played these games before, you're like, oh yes, it pays off. But there's a lot of things like, even the good thing is that the jokes are also more relevant. Like for the starting bit on Return to Monkey Island is that, Guybrush wants to set an expedition to go to Monkey Island, right? Oh, why not just ask the three pirates, the head pirates on the island, and ask them to to invest in this new venture, and then you go there. All the options you get as a Guybrush is just basically an interview for a venture capitalist pitch. 300% return or your money back. All of the stuff, all the jokes are all written by, this is basically Silicon Valley pitch talk. Okay, cool. I don't know, then turn miserable. So a lot of the stuff. And what other things? The puzzles are still like very weird. Like one of the things that you have to do is to go into a spiritual journey to create your own mob, because you want to apply a job to become a swabby on a ship, and you need your own mob. You cannot borrow the chef's mob because the chef's will scold you for borrowing his mob. That's his special mob. So he sends you off to go into a wild goose chase to find a very specific wood that will need you to go to a forest. That forest in which you can get lost easily. So you need a map. So you need to find a way to get a map. And then map maker says, hey, can you get some bits of the wood that you want to find, and then I can make a map for you. And then there's a lot of get this thing, go this thing, and then this thing, and this thing. So a lot of the stuff is there. But thankfully, this time that instead of having to call a hotline for hints and tips, the game included a guidebook. You literally get an inventory item, which is a book, and then you go into the book and ask them, hey, what can I do? I'm stuck here. And literally, you can ask. Basically, a hint book lah. So, the hint book is nice because it doesn't spoil you the solution straight away. It just hints you. It sends you into the right direction first. But if you want more, it will slowly reveal, and then straight up tell you, okay, this is what you actually want to do. Oh, okay.
Man's given up, here it is. Take it.
But yeah, if you a lot of the comedy derives from the nostalgia, but there are some good gags that I think will work anyway. There's a jail in there on the side of the town, right? Opposite of the town, a locksmith shop. And then you go to the jail and you find one of your old buddies, hey, can you release me? Oh yeah, but I need to find the key. How do you find the key? Oh, there's a locksmith down by the road, appropriately enough. Why not go ask there? And then you do the weird, the wild goose chase to get the things, to get the key. And then the locksmith just say, you get this, yeah? I need to make a key for this. Okay, sure thing. this looks like a key for something like a very secure thing, like a jail cell or something. And then just remark there, okay, and then you just get a jail cell kill across the street from the jail. Like, this game works a lot if you know the context of the original. So I implore you to, if you want to go into Return to Monkey Island, go play the first 2 games. I think it's still on Steam, and it's also the remastered version, so which gets you you can change from the retro look to the revised art style, which is kind of cool. But I still wonder how much if this game works for people who never touch Monkey Island, because a lot of
that's a good question. Like, at least I played because back when I had the Wii kan, at least Monkey Island, I played dah sampai habis. That itself is another kind of worms, but we will not go there.
At least the Return to Monkey Island still like make bare mention of the other weird games that precedes it, including the Tales one. Is the Tales one involve lawsuit for some reason?
That's the one.
Yeah,
it's already taken down. Yeah, that's why it's already taken down.
Yeah, there's a recap thing where you can visit the plot points of the previous Monkey Island games. I remember that last bit about I never played Tales, so that was a lawsuit. Okay. Oh, speaking,
I think Disney, because I think Tales because Telltale doing with Disney still there because they were doing, I don't know, was it Split Second? Or Epic Mickey, I don't remember. Yeah, but I guess lah.
Yeah lah, but some of the jokes are still good lah. Like one of the thing is like, you get a new things. Voodoo magic is going away. You know why? Because dark magic. The new generation likes dark magic, so voodoo magic is now like obsolete. Oh, you go to the voodoo lady and grab one of the things. I think it was you want to grab a ceremonial knife, and then she asks you to like confirm that you need to just use this for ceremonial purposes. Okay, and then she keeps on going and going. Apparently, it's just like basically a EULA. She just goes on the tirade of you must not use this, you must not use that for this, we are not liable for this and this. Hold on, I think I have some of the text here. Oh yeah, this is basically an EULA. Hold on. Let me get
the EULA.
Let me get from the start. No, not here. Where is it? Okay, I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability is the start. And then she went on to something like, the product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and the theft of ancient priceless artifacts. And then she keeps on going. Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use. The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violate these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Yeah. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbly peg, juggling, and other tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons. So yeah, she kept on. It's basically EULA. Oh god. And just said yes. And then she went long enough, and then Kyle Bryce said, wait, is this the part where I say yes? Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. I think some of the gags work because the jokes are about modern stuff. And that's the appeal of Monkey Island. It's supposed to be a pirate game. But all the things that makes it charming is the not pirate things.
Okay. I'm still racking my brain. How do you untangle the mess that is contract obligation. Let's say like in 5 years time when they wanted I don't know, a remaster. How would they untangle that?
That is a bridge they will cross later.
In the next gen, next generation.
Because oh boy, there's a you have multiple parties, right, that need to agree to this. Hopefully by that time Disney still keeps around LucasArts. Yeah, that's Return to Monkey Island. So far I've been enjoying it, unsurprisingly. And it's still this is one of my favorite stories from a video game this year. Just because for the first hour I just cannot stop laughing. I mean, the jokes work for me, but I understand that it may not hit as strong to other folks, but it's totally a game for me. I've invested a lot.
Hey.
Shall we go to the news?
All right, we shall go to the news. And quite spicy. So we shall go from mild to hot to extra hot. Just like a Nando's punya catalog.
Mm-hmm.
And so for mild, we shall talk about a very sad thing, I guess. Which one we'll talk about? The setting, the French setting ataupun the American setting?
Let's get the French out of the way first.
All right, so there is sad news to the 5 people who are excited for Cross Skull and Bones. There's another delay, and it's delayed to March 2023.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which will make them releasing that game next year 10 years since its first announcement back in E3 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, because Black Flag came out 2012, and then people like again the next E3 say, "Oh yeah, we're making a pirate game, guys."
It's been that long, huh?
That long, yes. Yeah, because I remember Black Flag is also a launch title for PS4 back in end of 2012. So yep, that long. In the time that they announced that Rare also announced, oh yeah, we're making a pirate game, yeah, and they released in 2016, so 3 years later. Which made them the quintessential pirate MMO game right now. Undefeated.
Yeah, but you know what? If you want a pirate game, may I recommend Return to Monkey Island?
Yeah. If you want a new experience.
It's not really about pirates, that game, but hey, it's a pirate game about being mighty pirates.
The mighty pirates. Yahar.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. If they want to delay.
Yeah, it's $70. So it's $2.99. Or even on PC, on Epic Store. So yeah, I don't really care. This is the highest case of I don't really care ITs I have.
So what's next?
Oh yeah, the next sad news is that there won't be any more specific sales anymore for Steam. So there will be only 4 big sales. That is spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So RIP Lunar sales. RIP. Sadish.
No more. I mean, they just to follow the seasons, right?
Yeah, the follow season, yeah.
The four seasons.
Yeah, the four seasons where we have no idea when it starts or stops, unless video games tell us.
Yep.
It's not applicable in Malaysia.
When summer, I wait until E3. Okay, that's summer. When's fall? Is Madden out yet? That's fall.
Yeah. Autumn? Oh, FIFA comes out, yeah.
Yeah, fall, autumn, yeah. FIFA, Madden around that time. Winter, I don't know lah. Maybe November around Black Friday. Okay, that's winter lah.
Winter, November. Black Friday sale. Yeah, winter coming.
Yeah.
Spring, I always don't know when.
F1 starts. That's how I count it.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. March. Around March,
F1 starts, F1 starts. That's all that.
Okay. That explains a lot. And that also explains a lot why they have to X Lunar New Year sales. Because Lunar New Year sales always start around January, February.
Yeah, and that means most of them might not get a game out again sometimes.
And
if at least if the game releases in January, they can have a 1 month grace period before they can make a sale. So March they can have a sale.
Just a shame that the ampao money has to be delayed.
At least 1 month, 1 month.
You can't just use your ampao money for Steam sales immediately. Though technically, some games can still opt into doing a Lunar New Year sale, but it's not a Steam-wide thing anymore.
No, Epic can do a Lunar New Year sale.
Yeah, I like them too.
Oh my god.
I think they can do like a mini campaign. So rather than store-wide say, okay, who wants to participate? Let's say Asian games.
Yep.
They have things like Big in Japan, is it? I forgot.
Yeah, Big in Japan, yep.
Yeah. So they can put into the Lunar New Year, the mini campaign.
At least PlayStation Store has been doing those kind of stuff regionally for here. You know the usual Raya sales? That's kind of cool. I don't know. Oh, Raya sales. Okay.
Wait. Remembering something. Maybe later. Is it Call of Duty Mobile? I forgot. They have this. I'm not sure which mobile game, but no, it's PUBG. Is it PUBG Mobile?
That has
Raya. Is it Raya or Ramadan decoration? I forgot.
I think it's PUBG Mobile. Yeah.
PUBG Mobile. Yeah.
That's a weird collaboration.
Yeah.
Wait. Is it like a bit of a tangent again since we're talking about festivals. Do you know Bobo Boy is getting their own multiverse which is stuff?
What?
Yeah. They have the thing that Marvel usually does, the timeline of stuff about to happen. And one of it on that timeline of stuff about to happen to Bobo Boy again is a PUBG Mobile punya collaboration.
Oh yeah, Bobo Boy is canon in PUBG. No, PUBG is canon in Bobo Boy. The other way around. PUBG is part of the Bobo Boy universe.
That's funny, right? Oh my god. Imagine being so big that a game is actual canon in your universe.
No, I will not be convinced until there is a Papa Zola skin in PUBG Mobile. I've mentioned it before, we need more Papa Zola.
Oh yeah, Papa Zola is also getting his own series as well.
But that's the wholesome family thing. I mean, he's a dad, sure, but I want him to do
not that stuff.
Not that things.
Kebenaran tidak pernah tidur.
Imagine the shit like that one more thing. Imagine the show is actually like gritty like the Batman style, like Batman animated series. That would put it on top of a very good list.
Oh,
it does that.
A gritty story about a dad and his daughter. Have I heard this before? Yes. Let's not go there. Papa Zola needs to be protected.
Yeah. But yeah, four seasons. Not the hotel. Definitely not the hotel. Just 4 season sales. Starting next year. Yep.
I mean, we know also the sales, upcoming sales for this year.
The final 2 sales. Yeah, it's coming in November. Yeah, it was just like yeah. Alright.
Okay. Nothing much to add.
Yeah, so from mild now to spicy. PlayStation Star is a thing that is definitely true.
What is PlayStation Star? I'm out of the loop here.
Okay, so PlayStation Star for our viewers and listeners. It is a PlayStation's new reward system where if you collect points by, playing games or buying games, you can get I think coins, credits. So if let's say you have accumulated enough credits, you can get
a brand new car. No,
I wish. Yeah. The power road dia tu. Yeah, it's basically like the power road. Basically, I kid you not.
It came to my mind. It's a Monkey Island joke. So yeah,
I don't like.
I have to make a mention there.
Yeah. Okay. By level though. So basically, you level out your level, and by collecting points. If you have, let's say, level 2 to 3, and you have the accumulation, or let's say, in an example, 6,000 points, you can actually redeem a game. I think they will change it month by month, like PS Plus. Tapi this time it's not tied to PS Plus, so basically you own that game immediately. Yeah. So basically, it is a rewards punya thingy, like those Tesco punya points. 1 ringgit 1 point. Yeah, it's basically that.
Anan, to use your a technical term, it's a CRM thing, customer relation management thing.
Yeah.
Loyalty program.
Customer relationship management. Yes.
Can. It's basically that thing.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's similar to the Razer program.
Yeah, Razer, Alienware
apps. You play a game and then you collect points and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Razer, Alienware. I have on my mailing list which I ignore.
Maiden, you buy stuff, you get points, you get voucher.
And hence the Domino jokes earlier.
Yeah.
But Domino's does not track your customer. They just give free coupons. They track.
So this one, that's a funny thing because our friend of the podcast, Mr. Najmi, he was put on the waiting list to join this rewards program, which is ironic because me and a bunch of others went in no problem. We have also come up with a theory that perhaps those with have I don't know, maybe platinums, maybe 10 or more platinums. Basically you are the truest gamers of all the gamers. No, wait your turn, because it's also part of the way you can get points. Yes, betul. I kid you not. Yes. Because I'm looking at the level stat from level 1 to 5. If you earn 32 uncommon trophies, you are now level 3. 30 trophies basically 1 platinum. So do not go over that threshold or you will be put on a waiting list. Aiyo.
I signed up for PlayStation Stars. Why was I put on the wait list? By evaluating feedback, continuing to improve the experience, I rated quickly and continuously adding new members on a rolling basis. Wow, what a load. We will be able to ensure our members have an optimized experience with PlayStation Stars. If you put randomly put on the waitlist, you will be given access to PlayStation Stars within or about 2 months from signing up. This does not answer anything.
2 months?
But it could be about 2 months. Like, what the hell?
Haha. You're our favorite customer. You have 10 trophies. Screw off. Buzz off.
We put you on hold. You gonna come back anyway, right? You wait for it. We're probably gonna come back. You've invested too much. You wait for a bit. Let's grab the new people.
No. We will play you some smooth jazz while you wait. And then it dies halfway through.
Elevator song. Elevator music.
It's interesting. Because at least it's not as nefarious, because before this, it seems like, because the whole pitch of it was revealed at the State of Play broadcast earlier this month, kan? The pitch was like, oh, you get to get points and then you get digital collectibles. What? Digital collectibles? And then there's another post on PlayStation blog. They mentioned that the digital collectibles are not one of a kind and does not leverage blockchain technology. Yep, it's not. Thank God. Thank God they have to mention this does not leverage blockchain technology.
It's just a rewards point. It's basically bonus link.
Yep. And like bonus link, you are supposed to buy more stuff, because a lot of this, it's not just about collecting trophies. It's also about buying games from the PlayStation Store. You have to buy digital.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
I think like one of the first of the thing is that you have to own Tekken 7, Mortal Kombat 11, and Injustice 2. So I guess you have to buy either Tekken or no. If you have PS Plus Extra, you can play those two right now, and then we wait for Injustice 2 to come in PS Plus next month. Is that how you give the system?
I guess that's one way to do it.
Yeah. It's so weird.
It's weird, but I'm not totally against it. It's just personally, I won't sign up for this. This is just bullshit to me. But I can see the value why they are doing this. And also, to make a note, other regions right now, it's only in Asia, and they are testing it out in Asia. I think Microsoft, or rather Xbox, have their own rewards program, right?
Yep.
What's it called?
Xbox Rewards.
And that's only in America, I believe.
Yeah, not in Americas, yep. Only for R1. So Americas, Brazil, Canada, the R1 region basically.
So at least this thing is something that our audience can leverage. So that's okay lah. That's interesting enough lah. Because usually this region will always be left behind. But Sony thinks that, hey, we have a good test bed.
This is the second time. Yeah, this is the second time. Because the first one was PS Plus Extra, because we don't have the PS3 capabilities.
The best guinea pigs for all this stuff. I won't complain. We get dibs.
Hey, we get 2 free games this month in PS Plus, so don't complain. So yeah, rewards card. Can I use rewards?
Can I
use my rewards card to buy Ghost of Tsushima?
Can I use this my rewards to claim free pizza at Domino's? That's the ultimate flex.
Yeah, that's the ultimate flex. Yes.
Our
the PlayStation card.
Yo, you got free pizza? Yes, because I'm a gamer. I got this platinum. They get me a free rewards.
Free pizza.
Look, so far it's okay. Unless they start going to the nefarious route, as in whoever, all the entries that sign up for PlayStation Stars will get enrolled into the PlayStation's All-Star Battle Royale.
Isn't that a good thing then? That we don't have to go into a battle royale?
Now you have to play a terrible Smash like clone.
Oh no, that's even worse. With our internet against them? Yo.
Also, you need to get a PS3 because it's locked on PS3 jail.
Yeah, the Asian players have to play it on PS3 physical. The rest of play it on play it on the net, on the internet.
At least they find a way to still use PlayStation All-Star or PlayStation Star in this case. That's such a mouthful name for a game. PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale.
I mean, it's better than Superpower Rocket Battle Cars.
I used to remember the full name. Superpower Rocket Power. No, Rocket Power.
Super Rocket Power Battle Power Rocket Cars.
The last is Battle Cars. There's an acrobatic in there. Super. Let me Google that back.
Or as they know now, Rocket League.
Yeah, it is easier. Rocket League. Yeah.
Right, so we will go to
Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars.
Yeah,
It sounds
That's the
bad.
longest name.
It sounds when you read it, it sounds great, but you can never memorize it. Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars. Yeah, the last piece of news.
Oh yeah, now we go spicy. Spiciness for the finalists. More Overwatch 2 shenanigans.
Let's go.
Okay, so in the last episode, we talked about, oh yeah, you don't have to play. But we thought, yeah, in our review spiel, we thought for the next Overwatch game that's coming out next week, everybody is going to get to play all the old Overwatch 1 characters. Apparently, in this new article that they have themselves posted, they say new players, like new players, you haven't touched any Overwatch ever before. You have to unlock you don't unlock all the characters first, you have to unlock all of them.
And this is part of the new player, first time user experience.
Yes.
Okay.
If they do it right, it should be okay. Could be something like a tutorial period. I don't know.
No, they're gonna do it like macam Valorant. I'm pretty sure because Valorant, they will only unlock you 5. So basically, I guess they can unlock 5 lah. So that means 2 DPS, 1 healer, and 1 tank, and that's it. And the rest of have fun unlocking them all.
Okay, by how fun? Okay, but no, I mean by fun. How long? How long do you expect? Is expected to get all the characters unlocked?
I'll ask that question when I revealed. I'll answer the question when I reveal to another caveat.
Okay.
Okay, the caveat again. To unlock competitive play, you must play. You must not play. You must win 50 matches in unranked play.
Okay, that seems okay for us. I mean, do you want a newbie to get sweaty right away when they don't know what they're doing? No. Still, 50 is a bit too high, but I don't know. I don't know enough of Overwatch these days. Alright.
So I'm guessing 50. At least 10. So down 50 to at least 10 wins good. So how many characters are there already in Overwatch right now? I'm guessing around 32.
Hold on. There's a
That
tab.
is a lot. No. I think something like few dozen, I don't know.
35. Yeah, 35. So you need to unlock 30 players. Let's say they do the Valorant thing at 5 playable at start. So 30. 300 matches? 300 mid matches? Yeah, 300 matches, yeah. Confirm. That's a lot. Because that's how Battlefield. Well, I'm taking out from Battlefield. But Battlefield is like 5 matches you win, and then you get the new character. Because that's basically you level up to level 3 of the battle pass.
Okay, but
the more they haven't said about the battle pass, the more I'm getting worried.
No,
Not gonna lie.
we should, or I think we've already known about the battle pass already, and they've mentioned everything, right? So we know that the grind for that one character is bullshit already. But now everyone who ever played Overwatch 1 will have to grind to get all the heroes.
Plus the new character as well.
That my worry is that is Overwatch. The current state of Overwatch, is it still hero dependent? Like if you don't have this particular hero, you're basically screwed. Is it that?
I think because they already reduced the play count to 1, so 5. So 5v5. So it's very hero dependent now.
Like my concern is that what if your player does not have I hope the available starting roster is enough to like cover the different bases and the different classes, right? Like imagine a lobby of unranked casual plebs playing, and then can you switch to this other character? No, I cannot unlock yet.
I don't have that. Fuck. Itu betul. Yeah, that is just screwed.
Hey, can you play as Cassidy? No, I only have Bastion.
Listen. No one will ask you to play as Cassidy. Trust me. It's high skill. No.
Yeah, Cassidy.
No, but can you play? Okay. Of course, lower level they will ask, but high level they will ask, can you play like this high level character? But
maybe.
Generally speaking, they will ask you, hey, can you play Genji? Say I can. Okay, it's fine because it's high skill. If it's like a low skill character, like of course you gotta have.
What's the current low skill meta? Is it still Mei semua? Mei, Lucio?
I haven't followed, but Mei is pretty low skill. I mean, okay, not low skill as in easy to use, but
hard to master.
Pretty high skill ceiling.
Low skill floor.
Low skill floor, yes. As in Genji has a high skill ceiling and high skill floor. So yeah. Ironically, that's actually parallel sama Valorant as well, because Valorant has this one character is basically Mei but skinnier. If that's a word, because she also can build walls where you can actually technically like block the wall, so they have to the enemy team have to double back. So I guess it is a low skill punya type of character. Who else is high skill? Sombra. Yeah, Sombra is pretty high skill in. Oh no, it's a medium floor, medium floor high ceiling.
Mercy
is kind of low.
Should be easy.
Should be easy. Mercy is easy. One of the easier characters.
Yeah, unless you have a friend ataupun you want to support the Farah. Then it's just high skill.
Yeah, another low skill. Who else? Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt. Brigade as
Orisa, Brigitte.
Brigade one, he's also low skills for because basically it's just lady.
Don't give Ana as your first time user experience. Don't.
Even
Ana.
That's high skill. I mean, I made Ana, like it took me some time to properly master a kid, like super high skill.
Daripada mana baik
high floor.
Yeah, Anan and Widowmaker is just high floor,
Yeah, high skill floor, high skill ceiling.
Well, no, I guess the current concern is we don't know how many characters first time Overwatchers get, and also what are the starting roster. Please don't say random. Please.
Kalau pick pun janganlah pilih Genji. Like, hold it. Oh yeah, I want to play
Genji
Genji.
should be like one of the last unlocked.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this guy is overpowered. I will take him.
Let's take a look at the roster. Okay, kita speculate
Okay.
Which will be like the starter. Reinhardt.
Okay, Reinhardt
should be starter, yes.
Easy lock.
Yeah, easy lock. Like easy tank. Yep. Reinhardt.
Bastion, I guess. If you just want to stay at one place, yeah, Basti.
Mm-hmm.
Lagi,
Soldier,
yeah, Soldier just shoot, point and shoot, yeah.
Starting, yeah. Point and shoot.
And then
Healer, Mercy,
yeah. Healer, Mercy, and probably either Diva? Diva is also just point and shoot.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about... Oh.
I guess Tracer lah, because she is the cover girl.
Cover girl, yes.
Yeah, of both games.
Could be.
Yeah, she has to be there. How dare you? I want my British waifu.
How many they say they will give you? Like for starter?
Kalau if I'm just basing on other games basically, and even on their Activision lineup, COD starter is 5, so it's gonna be 5 at least. The other 30, yeah,
so it's either 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so
basically the whole team,
classes, yeah. 2 in each classes, I think. If it's 6. Okay.
Siapa yang kena debuff? No one got debuff kan?
I don't know.
Well, not yet. It's not even the first season. Yeah, no one's gonna debuff yet. So many questions.
The thing I worry about is not really worry lah, but it's just another layer of like, oh god, why did you do this?
Yeah, one more layer of the grind.
Not even the grind. My biggest gripe, which actually for me is actually a benefit, because I don't get to play this game. It's they need to verify your phone number with your account. You need to attach your Overwatch to account with a phone number to make sure you are a human and not a Smurf.
Yeah, but if you were worried about that, then if you play Diablo Immortal, you already have that unlocked. Sadly, you have to give your phone number to play on the PC version.
Yeah, also not just a phone number, but they might also block certain numbers, especially numbers that are based on VoIP.
Oh yeah, that's illegal. Yeah,
and prepaid numbers, i.e., people who are not subscribed to a plan.
Oh, you mean most of Malaysians here?
I'm not most of Malaysians.
Yo.
Why do I need a plan when I am just content with having a Wi-Fi signal in my home and don't go out and about too much every day?
Yeah, you do as well. Yeah, you do technically is a prepaid with your service. You just buy, your preferred plan and not data plan and call plan. So, yeah, screwed then.
I mean, I get it why they do this. They want to curb the problem of burner accounts. So hacks, Smurfs, those kind of things, right?
The Twitch streamer that they say, "Let's go! Can I go from bronze to platinum?" and then just kill everyone.
And basically screws up the algorithm, the ELO thing, and
yeah.
I get it, but also what the hell? I mean, if you don't want me to play, I will try and attempt to see if the prepaid thing is true, or at least true in these parts of the world. I just want to see. So I will try, but if Blizzard says I cannot play Overwatch 2, I will say thank you.
I'm free. Don't be free.
I told you before, right? Blizzard have to pay me to make me play Overwatch 2.
But and they're forcing you to not play, okay?
Oh, I'm gladly will avoid your game, no problem. Why you don't play Overwatch 2? I'm legally not allowed to.
You're not allowed.
Blizzard does not allow me. I mean, we'll see how it turns out lah. How the brand new Overwatches, the 22s that started in 2022 will fare with this rather interesting first time user experience. Let's see how it works.
Welcome to the class of 2022.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I want if I can, I want to play on the first day. I want to become Reinhardt and push them down the hole at the Greece map. That is the rite of passage. Getting yeeted into the hole.
It's okay. My Overwatch, I log into my Battle.net account and it says when's the last time I played Overwatch 2. It was July 2016. I think after that one event that I turned sour, I stopped playing and never looked back. It's that first limited time event thing. Like, oh, okay, that's my first exposure to the horrifying and wonderful world of life game events, limited time events. Never again. Yeah, good luck for people who are playing Overwatch 2 and are mourning the past of Overwatch. The next few days, it's going down. When? October
2, so Sunday? Yeah, it's going down on Sunday. So 2 days of no Overwatch.
So that's your morning session already scheduled.
Monday and Tuesday. No, do nothing Monday and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Clear time to just spend on the last days of Overwatch before the servers go down.
Have you imagine like doing a vigilant on Discord? It was not the best game, but it was the great game. Overwatch. It had so much potential, and now it's a shell of its former self.
I have no idea what this is anymore. Whatever, do whatever lah.
Yeah, I mean, Blizzard kinda, how do I say this?
They had this
Too much control when it comes to the grassroots scene. I mean, there's the issue with balance and the hero design and everything. Their like response to feedback. But when it comes to the esports, the grassroots scene, it's not exactly encouraging from Blizzard's side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So nothing like CS where you can just basically do tournament, right? You don't have to say, okay, sanctioned by VAR or something.
Yep.
You don't have to, right? For CS. Well, for Overwatch, even though it's something like a small regional tournament, you have to ask permission from Blizzard. You probably pay a fee, and the price pool is limited and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have you heard an Overwatch tournament around these parts of the world? Nah, right? So that explains.
None since 2017.
Yeah,
exactly.
Compared, it was like early 2018, I believe. Somewhere around the lines. Like after that, none.
The way they support the scene is also just so weird. Yeah, I mean, that's Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, until next month, someone will probably report in whatever. We're probably gonna still be on the Overwatch watch.
What was this? No.
Hopefully it's not a terrible trash fire. It's just a trash fire.
I mean, it's a fundamentally good game. It's just, I don't know.
So many layers around it.
Yeah, I mean the way the team play works can be a bit toxic. It's like league, you know.
Yeah.
It's very team dependent.
Mm.
It's not something like okay, just one or two players can carry. No, you have to play together.
Yes.
One of you slack, everything just falls.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of the podcast. Another song.
Wait, I think there's another one. Is it?
It's another one?
What's there?
Scarlet Balls? We already talked about
Oh, okay, sorry. I was asleep that time, sorry.
Nah, you didn't miss much.
Yeah,
It was a show.
Yeah, that's how boring it is.
Yeah, I just nod off a bit. I'm like, okay, where are we Overwatch? Okay.
Anyways,
That.
what's on the thumbnail?
I guess we can do the Dora The Explorer on your map thing.
Island.
Island. Pittsburg. Yeah, they just put a signboard called Pittsburg.
The pit, right?
And then what else? Oh yeah, and a star.
Slime and a star.
A star, yeah.
And a flat skull.
Yes. F minor.
And whatever what thing can be put for Overwatch? I have nothing to.
That's a good question. What do we put about Overwatch?
There is even a thing to put about Overwatch. I have no idea.
Exactly. That's how that it is.
That's the thing. Overwatch needs a pirate hero.
Pirate hero, yes.
I don't care. It doesn't fit on the law. Make the law work. Put in a pirate hero.
We can put Osha Marine in there.
Ahoy!
Oh, you mean the Ferrari F175? Anyways. So yeah, what's coming up on GameWriters.com and social links? Danial?
Okay, I have been Daniel. You can follow me on Twitter at FL4KY. Nothing much is on the pipeline except I'm about to go down and go ride a spaceship for something very special. And sadly, it's not destroying a comet. I wish. Okay, Anan?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. Drop near DR4UP and 1R, DR4UP and 1R. Nothing in the pipeline right now. So yeah, Meck.
And I've been Amirul Mekronos Ashraf Meckronos. And I think there's a review. No, there is an impression for Slime Rancher 2 already out on GameMatters.com. And if I manage to get around it, I'll put my full thoughts on Return to Monkey Island. I mean, you know already my thoughts, but I mean, in review form. And that's not the last time you will hear about Monkey Island. But yeah, for now, that's it. That's dia.log, the Game Matters podcast. And
watch that game.
It's not been out yet. Oh wait, the first game. Okay, yeah, the first game.
oh yeah, I'll watch that game. God damn it.
Game.
It is.
Show that game.
It is.
That game.